Hello again. Welcome back to another Nothing Like a Good Book. It's good to have you. Another episode here. Today we've got Ellen Manville Fortgang. It's been a while since we've had, a children's book author. We haven't actually had one on the show, I don't think, before. So this episode features a very talented writer and creator by the name of Ellen Manville Fortgang. And we're going to be talking about children's books and what she does, and more importantly, her brand new book, Pencil Fun Mania. You my appearance, won't you? I've had some stuff done there and a little bit of surgery, and the reality is the show must go on no matter what. It's Pencil Fun. It's called Pencil Fun Mania, to spark imagination and encourage kids to think, to play and grow. Through fun puzzle games and hands-on activities, Ellen helps young readers build essential problem-solving skills while having a great time. And here she is. This is the lady, Ellen Manville Fortgang. Welcome, Ellen.
Thank you, Mr. Bishop.
Mark to my friends.
Oh, Mark, then please. And call me Ellen.
All right. We've done that. All right. I first thing is, what inspired you to write, children's activity books? Were you a teacher or?
No, I'm not a teacher, but both of my daughters have grown up to be teachers. I had a great childhood. I had a lot of people to play with. We made games. We made fun things for each other to do. As I got older and I was working, I had a lot of kids on my mail route. We'd chat and we'd talk about fun things to do. And I'd make them drawings every once in a while and pass them out and stuff like that.
Right.
And when I retired, I became a CASA, which is involved with children. And I made things for them. It's mostly they'll take anything they love, lots of things. So if you draw them a picture, they do it. If you show them how to play a game, they love it. I've got an 8-year-old great nephew who I'm teaching Sudoku to.
Sudoku?
Who knew? Yeah.
I've heard of the name, but what is it? Tell me again.
It's like a math. It's balancing out 9 numbers in a box and comparing them to other 9 numbers in a box. And he likes 9, so he's fascinated by it, and he likes math. He likes numbers, and he can do it, and his mother and his aunt can't do it. So It's fun.
You've got a kind soul. Yeah, I'll tell you that. You've written 2 children's books up to date, right?
Yes.
And I think we're going to have a look at one of them. Okay, Pencil Fun Mania. That was one. And then the other one was...
Pencil Fun for Little Ones.
That's right. That's this one.
Yes.
Pencil Fun for Little Ones. Nice artwork. Did you design that?
Oh, no, I had help with that.
Okay.
I got good brain stuff, but I don't have good putting it out there. So, no.
This is the brand new one you've just written and released.
Yes.
And the one that you're selling now. I want to look at this. This was Pencil Fun Mania. 15 different pencil activities for kids. Several of each are mixed throughout the book. Okay. Yes. Is this the type of thing we're talking about?
There's a couple of those in there. The activities that kids are more familiar with and they can do by themselves are in that book. You have to have at least 2 people to play this particular game.
Right.
So if they've got a friend or if they got a parent that will sit and do it with them, this is a game for more than 1 kid. So there's only 2 of those in the book.
All righty. Well, I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, what does it remind me of? Is it squares? Do I have to go from one corner to another? Follow the lines? Come on, tell me.
You draw a line, and then the other person draws a line, and you go back and forth until you can actually make a box. And then you get the box, you put your initial in it. Well, it takes too long. This was made a little bit too small, and it takes a little bit too long, and they got too bored. So my next time around, I'm going to have to change the design a little bit.
I think I got too bored because it took too long.
Yes, it took too long. So I was like, okay, I will fix that.
Everything's in the now, my dear. They want it now.
Yes.
What here?
Excuse me. Sorry.
Was he got there or something? There we go. Well, this was half of a double page, was it?
Yes.
Okay.
That's got hidden objects, and when you open up the book flat, it opens into a regular page. It's got kind of
lovely. All right. So really, it's a nice color the picture job, right?
Well, they have to find all the objects that are along the bottom of the box.
I see.
The hidden pictures. They can find the hidden pictures, and then they can color it. Yes.
Right. I'm sorry. This doesn't really depict anything, does it? But that's what I was given. There we go. But this one, at least you can, get a pretty good idea on it. But, when you talk about this particular baby, tell us about a little bit more of what's involved with this one. Because, look at this write-up here. This was your first one, Pencil Fun Mania. We talked about that.
Yes.
And this got terrific accolades from parents. What they have to say is amazing. Pencil being a book. What a wonderful way to spend an afternoon. Ellen's activity book is filled with clever challenges and creative prompts that kept me entertained for hours. Her ability to blend humor with meaningful activities is truly unique. It's clear that this book was made with love and deep understanding of what brings people joy. I can't wait to share it with my friends and family. Isn't that nice?
Very.
That's a decent review for you. And we'll look at the other one a little bit later. Your books are specifically designed for kids aged, 8 to 12?
The first book was like 8 to 12, and the second book for little ones is more like 4 to 8.
Okay.
4-year-olds will struggle with the first parts, but there's alphabet letters to trace, there's numbers to trace, and very, very simple mazes and very simple which two are the same. Can you count all the tails on the cats in the picture?
Right.
So it's very simple, and it's quick enough that they'll sit and they'll do it for a little bit, and then they can color everything in the book.
Well, there's over 30 engaging pencil activity pages.
Yes.
That inspire creativity and support learning. Not everybody wants to do children's books, There's got to be there's got to be an element in there of you that is very patient. And
I have a lot of ideas. I had fun with my kids. I got to stay home with my kids when they were little.
Right.
And do that, and then do stuff with school stuff. I like entertaining kids. I like working with little people.
You should have worked in kindergartens.
Or I can't bend over that low anymore.
How do you come up with the ideas for the activities in the books?
A lot of them are just, I've seen a lot of activity books. More adult books, obviously. But it kind of just goes from there. If I see a nice little cottage, or I see a spider web, and I think of all the different things I could do with a spider web.
Oh,
you can make a maze through it. You can put a bunch of flies in it and say, count the flies. There's lots of things lots of ideas just pop in my head. I carry pencil and paper with me and write it down.
Vivid imagination, my dear.
Yes.
Age group, this particular book with Pencil Fun Mania, this was your first big hit?
It was 8 to 12-year-olds.
8 to 12s, right. Yeah. Okay. So how did you go about tailoring the content for them, for this particular book?
The biggest source of information are my 2 daughters, who are teachers.
So they fed you.
I have an elementary school teacher and I have a high school teacher.
Okay.
And they both gave me ideas. I said, I want to do this. I want to do this. And they're like, yes, yes, no. Yes, yes, no.
Yes, yes, no.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, that was all the Pencil Fun Mania one. We got about that, but this is the new baby, Pencil Fun for Little Ones. So how does this book support learning or development in children?
Well, first of all, they have to be able to hold a pencil or a crayon. Okay. One of the ideas of doing these books is that kids are all stuck on computers and laptops. It's like occasionally you just need to sit down with a book and a pencil.
Oh, boy.
And work it out. I know, renegade me.
I was listening to an interview the other day, I think it was on NPR, about, it's a disease for adults enough on the darn phone, right? Social media and God knows what. Kids, all the time in classrooms, in, everything, everywhere. walking across the street. So much for look right, look left, and look right again. All about just walk across, looking at the darn, you know what I mean?
Yep.
And everything has become on the phone, and everything has become, as you say, hey, get away from it, put it down, sit down. This is called a crayon. This is called coloring in. It's creative. It'll expand your brain.
That's part of why I did it that way. And they're trying to tell me, well, you put it online. I'm like, this won't work online. You have to have a pencil or a crayon in your hands. Can't do it online.
Ellen, walk us through the process of creating a book, okay, that you do from the idea right through to the publication. Can you do that?
Okay. I originally asked how many pages I should make for a kid's book. And they said, do the research, and they came up with 144. Now, everyone's told me since then, it's like, that's a really big number for a kid's activity book. And I said, well, okay, then I need to break it up into sections. So I came up with something that a little few arts and crafts pages. I came up with some mazes. I came up with some number games, word games, plain old coloring. And I went from there, and then I'd take a theme and I'd come up with 2 or 3 different things to do with the theme, like the spider web comes to mind. I don't know why I'm thinking that.
Right.
And try and find 3 or 4 different activities, including spider webs, and then put them in different places in the book. So they can see the spider web and they'll do a thing and they'll come across it again later in the book with a different thing to do with the spider web. Interesting. There's a lot of ideas out there. You just have to kind of put it down on paper and look at it and think about it.
So, okay, now this particular book, and by the way, we're showing at the moment what the name of it is, but this here is the actual, your website where this can be ordered from, yes?
Yes.
Children. And what ages again for this one?
This one is 4 to 8-year-olds. And it'll be hard for 4-year-olds, but there are things they should be able to do. And the 8-year-olds will think the first stuff is way too easy, and the rest of the book they'll be wicked into.
How do you balance, fun and learning in the activities? How do you, I guess you've got to think of a lot of things, right? I mean, it doesn't take you 5 minutes to sit down and write this, does it?
No, it doesn't. No, I think of something fun first. I want it to be fun so they'll stick with it. And if you make it fun, then you can throw in I learned something sneaky like.
Right.
So I want to make it fun first. And I think I made a comment, anything with animals, kids like animals.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of activities in there that involve animals, matching them or coming up with names for dogs or whatever. So yeah, make it fun first. And then sneak in the educational stuff, because my goal was not to make it an educational book necessarily,
right? But
if they learn from it because they're enjoying it, yay.
You must have surely, of all the choices and niches and genres you could have done, but you're an actual children's book writer. There's no doubt about it. But you must have thought to yourself in the beginning, why am I 100% doing it? Is it the money? Is it that I really want to help little ones? Do I want to? Because, man, I'm going to be competing with some pretty heavy authors out there that have written thousands of children's books. Were you worried about that at all? Or no?
I thought about it, but I was retired by then. And I said, well, I can do this. And hopefully it will be a success. I really want it to be, but I'm good with what I'm doing. It keeps me busy. The people that I have gotten the book, the people that I've shown it to, the people I had review it are all very excited about them. Right. So I'm getting encouragement. So it'll keep me going for a while.
When you did this very first one, you hadn't done one before, right?
Nope, that was the first. I learned from that one.
Well, you usually do. Everything we do, the second time around can be very different, like better. But what were the horrors with the first one?
I'm bad on the computer. Not good on the computer.
Well, what did you write it in then? For anybody watching who's, an aspiring young children's book writer, you can share some things here. So when you say, was it a laptop? Was it a desktop? What?
Okay, well, it's a laptop.
Right.
I actually have an illustrator from Fiverr who did some of the illustrations for me, but even doing the communication back and forth from that was a challenge for me to start with, because I'm really not good on the computer. But I mean, I can write stuff. I can type, I can write, I can print it off and stuff and do that. Putting it all together, I had to have help from one of my daughters, my older daughter, kind of helped me put it together. And she's like, Mom.
Well, you know, our demographic didn't start till pretty late as far as the computers are concerned. I never had one at school. I mean, I'm in the same boat to a certain degree. The stuff, I've had to learn in the last 10 years. I could do all basic stuff, but then again, it's getting a lot easier now with AI, thank God. It sort of brings us into the fold a little bit instead of being on the outside, always looking in and being frustrated because we can't do anything. And for me, it's, otherwise you've got to pay this person for that and this person for that. And that's good. I don't mind giving people work to do, but it also takes all your profit away if you're trying to survive as a solo little business entrepreneur. You know what I mean?
Yes, I do.
So that's where AI is going to be helpful for people. And for me, it's about presentations and a lot of, sponsor presentations, that type of thing, and ideas for shows, and which is my wheelhouse. And it's, I'm now learning the AI because I need that support and help. Otherwise, I've got to send it out everywhere all the time. You know what I mean? But I'll never get the technical. You?
Oh, stop. Sorry.
That's all right.
That's to remind me to turn on the hose and water the garden.
Well, there you go. We've talked about how you come up with the ideas, support development. Do people ever talk to you and say, look, this is what kids need today. Why don't you write about this? Do they give you ideas at all? Or
I had people in the beginning of this trying to make me make it into an educational first, fun second book. Right. And I bucked it from the beginning. I said, I don't want to do that. I want them to pick this up, go lay down in the lounge chair in the summer and play with it. I don't want them to sit there and go, I feel like I'm doing homework.
Yeah, right.
So I pushed off some people that tried to make me do it a different way to start with, and did what I wanted to do.
Well, this one here, Pencil Fun for Little Ones.
Yep.
All righty. What was it? 8 to 12, right?
No, this is the little ones. This is 4 to 8.
Of course it is, you dummy mug. Little ones. 4 to 8.
Stop.
Yes, 4 to 8. Oh, well, okay. I'm trying to remember back. What was it like when I was 4? Stone the Crows. That's another planet, another history. Oh my God. What's out there today that's like yours? Anything at all? What makes this unique?
A lot of other people are doing total coloring books or total hidden picture books, or they don't do as many variety of things. And some kids just don't enjoy just coloring or just educational stuff. So this has a lot of different things in it that they can do several different ways. There's no wrong way to do it. They can be successful on every page of this book. Right. Which is a good thing and makes them motivated to do more.
Yeah, and who wants to fail?
Right.
No, that's
and who wants to work?
Psychological thing, isn't it? Yeah. Look what I achieved, Daddy or Mommy. Yep. You know what I mean?
Yes. There's some things in here that Daddy and Mommy have to help with potentially too. So.
Now we're talking about doing stuff together.
Yes. I made a couple of pages in there for that. One of my favorite things is.
I'm sorry, say again.
Oh, no, go ahead, ask me.
No, you were saying you made a couple of pages.
Oh, I did make a couple of pages so that the parents had to be involved. And now the kids could do some of them by themselves, but there's a story in there. My favorite are the ABC stories. So I wrote stories that that you have to go through the entire page and find a letter for every letter of the alphabet, a word for every letter of the alphabet. Right. Now, little kids can find A, B, C, but they can't read the story. So the parents should be sitting with them, hopefully, and read them the story and help them find the words.
Yeah, that's nice.
That was one.
Right.
And then there's the which two are the same? Some kids just look at it and go, So the parents can cover other pages. There's little fingerprint pictures in there. You make fingerprints on an ink pad and put it on paper and then draw around it and turn it into a little person or a caterpillar. So there's arts and crafty things too that the parents can help with. And other things like that. They don't have to be involved if they don't want to. They can just leave the kids and let them do it. But
that defeats the whole purpose. You mentioned before about illustrators. Obviously, you collaborated with illustrators, and the educators were your daughters, right?
Yep. Yes.
Who happen to be teachers.
Mm.
All right. So there's some sensible background coming in there. When you're creating these books, you said Fiverr before, right? Is that illustrations for you? That's where you go in particular? That's I've done some of the drawings in the books. You can tell which ones. And I had a couple of people give me things to put in there. Right.
My little guest artist has a drawing in each book. And but a lot of them I have one illustrator that I really like on Fiverr.
Okay. Now, this one here, for instance, did you do some of them?
No, that was my girl at Fiverr.
I was going to say, they're a bit too good, aren't they, for people like you and I to scribble?
Yeah.
I couldn't draw my head if I tried. Here we go. But I've got other gifts, you see. We can't have everything, can we?
Exactly.
Some this or that, some of that. Okay, so you collaborate with illustrators. And so for you, do you do a rough at all?
Yes.
Put pages together and staple them and say, okay, well, this is, okay. And then you would do what, a bit of a rough drawing and what have you for the illustrator? And say, this is what I need here. Actually,
we communicate. She's on the other side of the world.
Ghana by any chance?
No, Sri Lanka.
Yes.
So, I saw samples of her work and I said, okay, can you do this? And
Very
every time I've
people.
asked, she said, yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
so we do that.
Not bad, is it?
No,
it's not a bad planet. I've had to use it now, as much as I want to use local people and stuff. But
exactly.
It's it always comes back to money.
Yep.
It comes back to quality for what you can get for money. And
I'm hoping that when school starts up again this fall, I may go talk with the art teacher in the schools that are near me.
Right.
See if I can get something going in their art class and have the kids in their art classes
That's a good idea.
Make something to put in the book.
That's a good idea.
Oh.
In fact, you could even, what a good fundraiser this would be if the school created its own book with your direction.
Oh, my.
And everybody contributed, right?
Oh.
And then good old mum and dad. I did all sorts of selling door to door when I was a kid. But it's better than lollies and chocolates and rot your teeth. It's educational and say, come on, Dad, it's only a couple of bucks.
I had not thought of that, but thank you for the idea.
Now that's for free as well. Normally it's a lot more, but trust me. But are there any favorite activities or hidden gems that you think, are in this book that you'd like to share? And I'm referring, of course, to this one. Come here.
Okay. My favorite activity is the ABC stories. And I take family names or friends or children in my family, because one of the stories in this one is about a bedtime story. So I used the little girl in my life, and I wrote the story about her, and she's included in it. So she was all delighted when it came out. And they're cute, and I love doing that. I'm trying to use family members and friends and kids' names in the book now. I missed it on the first one. I just kind of and blocked that out, but I did better with this one and better in the next one.
All right. So there is a next one.
I am working on a next one, yes.
All right. Well,
wait, I'm not rushing into it, but I am working on another one.
What's the average length of time it takes you then to complete?
Oh, how long will it if I was pounding down on it?
Well,
I've got quite a bit done already. Shh, don't tell Daniel.
Well, here's the deal. The first one took you what? 3 months, 6 months?
Probably 6.
The second one, this one?
Probably closer to 3 or 4.
We're coming down. I'm not suggesting you'd whip one out in a month. Yeah, I think you could. But, activities, advice. We talked about it because I think it's a great thing for people. It's the idea of the show is to help authors. And if anybody's watching it that would love, always had a little dream to do a children's book, or you've got an idea, because all they are ideas.
Yep.
And for you to express them in the best way that you can. For some, it's wonderful sketching and artwork. And, gee, that would look good. Now I can figure the words around it if I have to. What story do I want to tell? What am I trying to share? Who can I help? What can I do with this?
Exactly.
It's lovely to be able to draw. I can't draw for nuts. I've always wanted to draw. But what advice would you give to aspiring authors today?
Don't overthink it. Go with your gut. Ask people what they think of your ideas. Accept their opinions. Work with them if you can.
Right.
Don't just sit there and go, oh, don't tell me stuff like that. I mean, you can't be negative. If you're asking people to give you input, you have to accept it.
Right.
And the best kids I get were the 8-year-olds.
Really?
They were awesome. They were awesome.
8-year-olds.
They took the book and they went through it. Well, I had one little boy especially, went through it on every page. He wrote whether he liked it, he didn't like it, what should be different. I want more boy stuff in the book. That was his big thing. I mean, he was awesome. He's the one that's learning the Sudokus right now.
Oh, lovely. And of course, this book, now, this is the website, folks, if you go to ellenfortgangkids.com, easy there. That'll direct you through to be able to buy the book. It's her site, but it'll take you through to Amazon Books, correct?
Yes.
And, okay, so that's how that works. And, but then what about other places? Barnes & Noble? Other places,
I believe they're getting ready to spread the word a little bit more. Yes.
Okay, because there's 3 big ones. Spark King, Barnes & Noble, and the other one. But anyway, Amazon is pretty, easy to get it off. Is it a big section, the kids section in Amazon?
Yes. Well, Amazon books, it's a huge section for everything.
But the kids' books themselves.
The kids' books, there's a pretty decent sized section, yes, depending on what you're looking for. There's some that use a lot more color pages in it that are not, you don't put a pencil in them, hardly. And then there's very specific ones that they're all coloring, and they're for very little kids. So, I mean, if you've got a little kid that loves to color, you're going to want just a coloring book. So they have those. They have a nice variety of things. Yeah.
Well, your goal is what? To sell 5 million or just 1 million?
Wow. Some would be nice. How's that?
Come on, folks. For the little ones, we've got a birthday coming up or something, maybe a party. Lovely. Well, I wish you all the best with this. Look, it's good. It's kind. There's so much misery around today, isn't there?
There is.
This is lovely for little ones with their little brains when you start out in life, Nothing better. Hands-on learning, color, sight, senses, all used, all used. And I like the bit about working with mom and dad, even just a page, no matter how busy.
I hope mom and dad don't get mad about it.
Why? Well, weigh up the time spent with children. Yes, but I work, Mark. I work and Dad works, and we work. Things are tough. We both work very hard. Okay, right? I work 7 days a week, and it really upsets my wife, I can assure you. But here's the deal. Fine, just 10 minutes. 20.
And some of the things can be done in that short amount of time.
There you go.
So.
And have some fun with the little one. In fact, pencil fun with the little one.
Very nice.
EllenFortgangKids.com. That is the actual address right there. He can order quickly, you know. Are you going to do any personal? No, I won't go into all that. That'd be too hard for you. Some people.
I've signed them for my friends here.
Okay. Well, maybe you could sign them for those. Well, you can't because they're not ordering directly from a different site. They're going straight through to Amazon, aren't they?
Right.
Okay. Hang on a minute. That's an interesting question. What is to stop you actually signing 500 of them, if you wanted to, that were on Amazon? Is that feasible?
I don't know. I didn't ask that question.
Yeah. I've never seen it before, but it'd be interesting, wouldn't it?
Because they'd have to send it to me to sign them, and then I'd have to send them back.
Yeah, but maybe you send back a nice bonus book as well.
Maybe.
Maybe you send a little rough on the third one coming out as a teaser.
Potentially.
And if they like that, they go, oh, put me on the order list.
You're good.
One day I'll get paid for it. Anyway, absolutely lovely meeting you, Ellen, and thank you for taking the time to come on the show.
Thank you, Mark. You were awesome.
That's very nice of you. Where's she gone? Come back here. There you go. Yep. I wanted to say goodbye, firstly. And I wish you luck with the book and all the best in the world. And keep looking after those little ones, okay?
I will.
All right.
Thank you very much.
That's nice. You're most welcome. Ellen Fortgang, Ellen Manville. That's our very first children's book author. And we're getting all different sorts of different niches, fictions, non-fictions, memoirs. They're coming in. And thank you for joining us. I hope that you will join us again.